Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Planet for Tech. Today I'm going to describe you some new topics and in the episode 3. So this episode 3 is nothing but the remaining part of the last episode 2. So in that we have seen there were lots of topic we were not able to complete that in the same episode. So we decided to make the separate video for that. So this is the episode 3, but it is the part 2 of that configuration using the .env file. So till now guys, if you have not watched our the previous video, that is episode 2, so in that we have described the basic of the configuration.env file. So I'm going to mention that URL in the description of this video. From there you can watch it and you can learn about that, and you can find that you can also find that video in the right top section, right top corner of this screen, this video. So in the eye icon you can see the information is going there. So from there also you can watch it, and let's start this part. So you can see here, though in the previous section we have already covered this, what is the artisan in the laravel CLI. So these all topics we have already covered, I have mentioned here in the red color. So today I am going to describe you some new topic. Those are the what determining the current environment, how we can determine. So guys, we were using the .env file for different environment like the test environment and the local environments. These all we have already covered. Today in this session I am going to describe you about the determining current environment, how we can determine like what current environment we are using right now. So how we can achieve it, because there are certain conditions we have to apply in our project. Like let's suppose we have something that must be run available, that must be executed only in the development environment, or you can say the local environment, and that should not be available, that should not be executed on the production environment. So how we can make that condition there? So on the basis of the current environment we can give that condition there with the help of the if and else block. So let me show you how we can achieve it by simple example. Let me start the VS Code here. So this is the previous project itself. So that project was the job portal here. So we were following in that only. So you can see, let's suppose here I have to give the condition. If I'm using the local environment, so I have to something, I have to print something, and if I'm not using the production environment, other environment, so I have to print something there. So how we can access it? So for that, let me make a one condition here. So PHP, so inside it we can use one facade library we can use here. So that is nothing but you can say the app. So let me show you how we can make it. Instead of using here, we should use that in the controller. Let me show you how we can use it. So first of all, let me open that control. Let me create one controller here. So for that, I'm going to use another command of PHP artisan. So this command I will describe in the coming session, but right now I'm going to use right here just for make it easy. Make controller. The controller name is you can say hello, or you can say home controller. So you can see it has created this controller file for me. Now going to show you that controller will come here in the HTTP folder. So this is the home controller. Now I'm going to write one method inside this controller. So that is the public function or public method, public function index. So inside this, I'm going to check like what environment currently I'm running, I'm using here. So how I can use it? So for that, I have to use the one facade method. So let me write it here. So let me make a condition if application, sorry, this one not, this is not app, and let me make it available. So this one we can use application. No, this is not there. It is showing some error. Let me show you why. Let me see why it is showing this way, because this should not show like this. This is because we have not used here. So let me make it used here. Use. Let me show here. use illuminate, or you can say uh, illuminate support, and inside the brackets, so we are going to use this app class. So inside this app class we are going to use it, that was that method is here environment. So you can see in this method we can pass whether local. So this line, how it is going to be executed. So this line will check like the current environment is local or not. If the current environment is local, so simply it will print echo this is local environment. And let's suppose this is not the local, so we can make it, we can check it again like this is test environment. So that time it will give us test environment. Or we can have the condition like this. Let's suppose we have to check to either of one environment. So how we can use it? So we can pass one array. So either this is a local, or you can say the test environment. So this is going to check like local or test. So here you can see this is either local or test environment. So this way guys we can use it here. So this method we are using here, you can see app double colon environment. So in the app class we have environment static method. So those static method we are using here by using the scope resolution operator, that is the two times we are using the colon, double colon you can say. And here we are passing the name of the environment itself, and we are checking like this is the current environment is local or not. So this will print this line, otherwise this line, or else you can have the or operation as well. So we can pass multiple environment here just to check like whether the current environment belongs to local or test. This way guys we can determine what is the current environment. Let me run this project first and show you how it works. So is it, oh, I have not started, that is why it's showing like that. Let me make it PHP artisan serve command we use. Sorry, it is server, it should be serve. Now you can see I have not passed the environment name, it's especially, so by default it is going to use the .env file. So that .env file is nothing but the local environment. Let me show you here. So guys you can see here it is loaded, but it is not loading that particular controller because that controller we have not mapped with the routing. So let me show you how we can make it here. So in the route file we have missed to map this controller. So let me show you in the route folder. You can see there is a route folder. So in the routes folder we have the routing api.php, channel.php, console.php, and web.php. So for now I'm going to use web.php, and you don't need to worry about this what these routes are, because I'm going to describe each and every topic whatever is needed just to improve your laravel skill set. So guys you don't need to worry about this. So for simplicity I'm going to use it here in the web.php. Let me comment this line, or you can say let me keep it. So here you can see this is not the right point it is pointing. So let me make it the controller name we have to pass here. So when we will hit the slash means the root url, so it should call that method. That method is available in the home controller. So going to use that home controller here. So let me make it here home controller. So we need to pass class, and this home controller we have different methods. So let me see which method we are going to use. We are going to use the index method. So you can see now this should work. As you can see here, it is showing the two inputs in two output in the same line because we have not given the separate line break. So let me give the line break as well. Now we can see in a proper way. So guys you can see here, so currently the we have not passed the particular environment, that is why it is using the by default .env file. That though .env file is having the local environment, you can see here. So this .env is having the environment equals to local. So as the environment is local, that is why it is showing what. So it is coming in this block and in this block. So it is showing the this is the local environment, and this line it is showing there in the browser, and you can compare it. So let's suppose I'm going to switch this environment, so how that time the output should differ. Let me show you how we can switch it. In the previous episode I have already described it. So here we need to pass env equals to test. So this is going to use the load the test env file, env.test file. So let me start it. Now it is started. Now we can see in the new tab. In the new tab I'm going to show you. So this time it is showing this is test environment, but previously it was showing this is local environment. So this way guys you can differentiate how we can use different environment file. So in the previous it was being loaded from the local, and in the right now it is being loaded from the test environment. So this way we can determine what is the current environment we are using in our project. So this method is app double colon environment, and the name of the environment we can pass it here. So this way guys we can use it. So if you want you can take a screenshot as well. So let's take it. Now let's see the next topic. So that next topic is what encrypting and decrypting the .env file. So this one we have already done. So what particular code we have used there just to detect the particular environment we have used this code. So let me mention it here so that will be helpful for you guys. So one moment, it is showing some error. So no, let me make it on a notepad. So this is the method we have, sorry, this is the method we have used here just to make this useful. So this one guys you have to use. So here you can see encrypting and decrypting .env file. We can encrypt the .env file and we can decrypt it as well. So once we have encrypted or decrypted, so it is going to use that encrypted file only. It is not going to use the actual file. So why we use this encrypting and decrypting? So let's suppose, however, it is recommended do not commit your .env file, but this is the requirement. You have to commit your .env file. So it is always preferable to encrypt the env file before uploading it to the, or you can say before pushing to the you can say the versioning tool like Git or SVN. So let's see how we can encrypt it. So for that we need to pass one artisan command, php artisan encrypt. So this way we can use sorry, the spelling is different. Oh sorry, you can see here. So we have to make it env colon encrypt. Let me make it php env colon encrypt. So we are going to encrypt it. So guys, you can see the file is encrypted and this is the key. So this key is most useful. You have to save it because at the time of decrypting you need this key. So for now I'm just copying it and going to make it paste here in the notepad. So in the you can see in the file, so here you can see one new file is created. .env was the original file, but .env encrypted. This is the new file which is created. So while committing the file, you have not to commit this env file because this is not being used anymore here. So if I am going to delete it, or you can say rename it uh, backup bkp, so it is not going to be used anymore because we are it is you going to use this encrypted file. So now let me start the laravel here, php artisan and serve. Sorry, it is not server, it is serve. So let's see, it is showing what is some server error. It means there is some issues with the encryption file. Let me see like what this issue is. So guys, you have seen like how we can encrypt the command, how we can encrypt the .env file with the help of the encrypt command. So now I'm going to decrypt the same file. So before doing that, let me run one more time this encrypt command, php artisan env encrypt. So this is going to encrypt that file. So it is showing like the encrypted environment file is already exist. So how we can encrypt it again, because this is already exists. So for that we can pass option force. So if we are passing this option hyphen double hyphen force, so it is going to override the existing encrypted file. Now if I'm going to run it, so it will not work because the env file is encrypted. Partition. So you can see it is running because the .env file is there. This .env file is there, that is why it is running. If this is not there, so it will not run. So let me remove it, or you can say let me delete it, and after that if I am running, so it is started but it will show the 500 error. So this 500 error is showing because we have the error with the .env file. Here we don't have the .env file, so we have the .env encrypted. So .env encrypted file is not going to be passed by the laravel parser. So how we can make it decrypted? So to decrypt it, we have to pass one more command, that is the decrypt command. So let me show you php artisan, but before that we need to know like what was the key. Let me encrypt it one more time. php env decrypt, and we need to pass the key here, key equals to. So what that key is, I have already noted here. So could not open the env decrypt. Sorry, we have missed something here. PHP artisan we have to pass, then only it will run. So it is showing that the MAC address is invalid, means the environment file is corrupted. So let me show you how we can recover this. So we have already this backup file. So before encrypting, guys, it is recommended to have the backup one, then only it will not show this error. So let me encrypt it again. It is encrypted, and every time you have to make the note of this encryption key, because this is going to be helpful for while decrypting the environment file. So now going to decrypt it, and with this same command, but here I have to pass the exact key. If I am passing the other key like this, so it will show like this. Sorry, this is already exist, or you can say this environment file is, let me make it the let me rename this file bkp, and going to, so you can see here it is not taking the random string, because to decrypt it expect what it is expecting some specific set of keys there. That is why it is showing this error. So let me give the correct key here, then only it will decrypt the file. So this is the correct one. Now it is decrypted. So once it is decrypted, so it is showing the path. So this .env file is again created back. You can see here, this is again created back. So this way, guys, you can encrypt and decrypt the env file if you want to push this file. However, this should not be committed in the versioning tool. But if you want to commit, so it is recommended to make it encrypted and share the encryption key with the other person so that they can download and they can download it and they can decrypt it. This is just to make more secure this env file. Now see configuration caching. So what is this configuration caching? So configuration caching means you can see guys in the our code there are in the config folder. Let me show you. In the config folder you can see there are lots of configuration files. So every time we are running the project, so these configuration files are going to be loaded every time. So instead of doing that, this laravel is doing configuration caching. So what is this configuration caching? So first time when this project is running, so that time it is caching all this configuration file into a single cached file. So that single cached file is going to be stored inside the bootstrap folder here. So you can see inside the bootstrap folder there is a direct cache folder. So inside this you can see packages file and the services file. So there here only you are going to get that config uh, cached file. So what this configuration caching is, so in this configuration caching you can make it the node going to generate single config file for all the config files in the config directory. So Laravel will use this newly generated cached config file for the whole application, you can say. So this way guys it works. I'm going to show you. So to create this config cache, what we need to do? So for that we need to pass one command. So that command is nothing but you can see php artisan config cache. So this command we need to pass to create this. So once you will create this, once you will run this command, so you will able to see like one config file will get generated automatically inside this bootstrap and cache. So let me mention here the path, like once you will create it, so you will see like the path will be bootstrap. So inside this bootstrap cache and the config, sorry, .php, you will find this file this there, or this is all going to be generated automatically. Let me show you this command php config cache, sorry, php artisan config cache. So with the help of this, you can see it is showing configuration cached successfully. Means all the config files are con config files are cached in a single config file, and that config file, that cached config file is available under the bootstrap cache folder. So under the bootstrap cache folder, you can see this config.php is available. So this config.php you can see guys, here you are able to see all the files are available here. So this way it works. So it just merges it has just it just merged the all the array which was available in a different file. So in the app.php this much values was there, and you can see in the same way other values are as well in the auth.php. So these values are there. So in the same way, like how many number of files you have here in the config folder. So every file is returning one array. So those arrays are being merged and those are being available here inside the bootstrap case and config. So once the Laravel application will start, so it will take this configuration values from here only this config.php. So this is what about this work configuration caching. So this is more important in a production server because there we want to have the better performance. So we it is recommended to use the configuration caching there in the production server, but not in the development server, because in the development server every time we change the configuration value. That is why it is not recommended to make it in a development server. Let's see the next topic, that is the debug mode. So you can see guys, app debug mode. So by passing the debug information, app debug mode, uh, we can enable or disable the debug. So you can see here in the .env file there is the debug mode, app debug is equal to true or false. So if I are going to make it false, so it will not give us the debug information, and if we are going to make it true, so it will give us the debug information. So this is only about this app debug. So from there we can maintain we can enable or disable the debug mode of the application. But in a local server, while the development, it should be true, so that you guys can see the errors, what errors are coming and from where it is coming. But in the production server, it is recommended to make it always false, because in the production server we don't want to see any debug information, because in the debug information it is going to expose other information as well, like what the files are there, how these files are there. So in the production server it is recommended to make it false, but in the development server you can make it true, so you can see the errors there. So this is what about the app debug mode. Now come to the next point. So there is the maintenance mode, guys, you can see. So this maintenance mode is required when you are going to deploy your project from local to the production environment, or from the lower environment to the production environment. So there are some slight time difference, like it takes around 5 minutes, or it takes around 1 hour also. So till that time no user can access your application, no user can start your application, no user can start any transaction. So till that time it is recommended to keep your application in the maintenance mode. So how we can manage it? With the help of the laravel. So guys, in the laravel we are going to use one php artisan command. Let me show you. So that command is php artisan. So with the help of this command we can make our application in the maintenance mode. So if the application is in a maintenance mode, so the HTTP status will be 503. 503 means the application is in maintenance mode. So see here, PHP artisan, this command we are going to use to make our application in the maintenance mode. So we can enable the maintenance mode, we can disable the maintenance mode, and we can bypass the maintenance mode as well, and we can redirect the user to other application or other URL when the application are running in the maintenance mode. So this way we can enable or disable. Going to describe one by one. Let me show you the command here. PHP artisan, we have to make uh, up and down. So down means we are going to enable the maintenance mode, and up means we are going to disable the up maintenance mode. So right now you can see the application is not running, so let me run it first. PHP artisan, sorry, artisan. So this time this application is running because it is not in the maintenance mode. You can see it is running properly. So I'm going to put it in on the maintenance mode. So for that, what command I need to pass? So that command is nothing but php artisan down. So you can see here the application is now in the maintenance mode, and in the maintenance mode, if I'm going to start the server again, so it is not going to run. Instead of that, it will show you the 503. You can see here 503 service unavailable. So this is what about the maintenance mode. So here we have enabled this maintenance mode, but how we can do the development while we are in the maintenance mode? So this is the question comes here in the mind for develop, like the applications are in the maintenance mode, so how we can do the development, how we can continue our development? So for that we can bypass the maintenance mode. So how we can bypass the maintenance mode? So for that we need one more php artisan command just to pass the maintenance mode. So to bypass the maintenance mode, we need to give the command with some secret key we need to pass, like the command will be php artisan, and you can let me make it here properly. PHP artisan down, and option will be secret. So we can pass the secret. You can pass any string, whatever you want. Let me pass my name there. So I'm passing my name there as a key. So, but before applying this bypass maintenance mode, you have to make like this application is already in a in a running mode. If this is already in the maintenance mode, so this will not work there. So I'm going to show you there as well. So I'm going to run that command here, php artisan down secret. So it is showing application is already down. So if the application is already down, so this bypassing will not work. So you need to make it uh, up first. So how to disable? You need to disable this maintenance mode first. So for that, PHP artisan and command we have to pass up. So guys, you can see here down command we used to enable the maintenance mode, and up command we use to disable the maintenance mode. So after running this, it will disable the maintenance mode. Now it is showing application is now live. So the maintenance mode is disabled. I can show you PHP artisan serve. So you can see here it is running properly. It is not in the maintenance mode. Previously it was showing 503, but right now it is working properly. So now this application is on a not in maintenance mode. Now I'm going to put this in a maintenance mode with bypassing the key. So we can use this command here. You can see PHP artisan down and the secret we are passing here. So application is now in the maintenance mode. I'm going to start PHP artisan and so this time it will show you this error. So this is in a maintenance mode. It means the application is in a maintenance mode itself, but while developing we can bypass this maintenance mode. So what we need to do, we just need to pass here the key. Just pass the one backslash and keep pass the key here, so it will bypass the application. So once it is bypassed, so every time it will allow you to access the application. Means for your browser only it is not in the maintenance mode, but for others browser it is still in a maintenance mode. So what is the concept behind saying like for your browser it is in the not in the maintenance mode and for others it is in the maintenance mode? So the concept is behind when you bypass this maintenance mode, so it create one cookie. So when we are passing it in a bypassing the maintenance mode, so it creates one cookie in our browser. So by looking that cookie, this application understand like in this particular browser, this is bypassed with this key. That is why it is not stopping you and it is not showing you the maintenance mode there. But for other browser, it will show you the it is in a maintenance mode. Let me show you how it looks like for other browser. Here I have used the Chrome browser. Going to check it another browser. So guys, you can see here my in the same laptop it is showing in the maintenance mode because here I'm using the Firefox browser. So here it is using showing the maintenance mode, but in the Chrome browser same time it is not showing in the maintenance mode in the Chrome browser because in the Chrome browser we have bypassed it. So after bypassing, one cookie is generated here. So on the basis of that cookie, it is understanding like this is bypassed already here. You can see, so this cookie we can see like these are the cookies, laravel maintenance cookie. So this cookie is automatically generated when we bypass the maintenance mode. So this is all about this how we can bypass the maintenance mode and how we can disable the maintenance mode. And there is one more thing, how we can redirect the maintenance mode. So to redirect the maintenance mode, we need to pass one command. So what this is, I'm going to describe you. PHP artisan down, and we need to pass redirect option there. So let's suppose this option is nothing but about. So guys, you can see here, so what this command is going to do. So if your application is a maintenance mode and someone is browsing your application, so that time that user will get redirected to this particular route. So that route must be available in your application, then only he or she will be able to redirect to this particular route. Now let me show you this is there or not. So I'm going to create one more route here in this routes file web.php. In the same way, I'm going to copy it and going to make it other route for about method. So this is the about route, and in this home controller going to make this another method, that is public function about echo. Here is about company. So this in string I'm going to simply print there. So now let's see, but before making it in a maintenance mode, we need to disable the maintenance mode first. PHP artisan up. So with the help of PHP artisan up, we are going to disable the maintenance mode. So this way, guys, now let me run it. PHP artisan, sorry, PHP artisan serve. So this, oh sorry, there is some spelling mistake. PHP artisan serve. Now we can see it is running properly. Now I'm going to enable the PHP artisan maintenance mode. So how we can do that? Again, we need to pass the down command here, PHP artisan down. But this time we want it to be redirected, so we need to pass other option, redirect equals to slash about. So what it will do, once the application is on maintenance board and someone is visiting the page, so that user will get redirected automatically to this particular route. Instead of showing the maintenance mode, that user will see the new route there. Let me show you. So this application is now in maintenance mode. Let me run this application, PHP artisan. So guys, you can see here it is automatically redirecting to this particular route while this application is in maintenance mode. So any application is in maintenance mode and we want to redirect the existing user to that particular URL, so you can use this command there. So let me disable this maintenance mode. So to disable the maintenance mode, what command we need to use? We need to use PHP artisan up. Now it is disabled. Let me run it again and just see is it working or not, is it working. And if I'm going to visit the URL, so about, so it is showing the about here, but at the time of maintenance it was showing some 503 service unavailable like that. One last topic for this episode, guys, so that is the queued jobs in maintenance mode. So whatever jobs already you have scheduled in your application, those jobs are not going to be run in the maintenance mode. Means in case of maintenance mode, there is no such any applications or such jobs which are available in the scheduled in the application are going to be executed by the laravel. So in the maintenance mode, it is not going to run any cron job or scheduled job. So guys, you have to make a note here, like this is being asked in the interview. So if we have scheduled one cron job and the application goes to the maintenance mode, so that time whether that cron job will run or not, so answer is no. Because the application is the maintenance mode, it means all the commands, all the jobs related to that particular application is going to be stopped. So this is all about this maintenance mode, guys, here. So guys, for this episode, this much only, and in the next episode, episode 4, I'm going to bring you the new topic, and that topic will be the some interesting, you can say, like because in that we are going to learn something new about this uh, Laravel beginner to master series. So in that we are going to understand the different directory structure, why the particular directories are available, for the what purpose they are being used. So those things we will understand there. And till now, thank you guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting us in our the new series as well. So I can see the lots of users are watching our videos, all the episodes continuously they are watching. So thank you for showing this much support and love about our channels. So guys, it's a very can say very very motivative for us. So like if you guys are liking our videos, so it gives us lots of motivation if you like the and if you like and if you share our efforts. So guys, till now if you have not subscribed our channel, so you can subscribe it and don't forget to press the bell icon. And once you will press the bell icon, so you will not miss any upcoming video notification. So thank you guys, thank you for this watching video.